welcome to today's YouTube video. So for anybody who's new, my name is Tickner. I'm a 21-year-old entrepreneur from England. So as you can see from the title of this video is all about how I stay healthy as an entrepreneur. I am extremely health conscious because I know that if I pay attention to my health, then I'm gonna not only be able to perform the best and feel the best, I'm actually gonna be able to work really smart and be able to just put all my energy into my work and be the very best within my business. I can promise you right now, there are going to be ways inside this video that aren't typically spoken about. So I want you to promise me that even if you don't have the time to finish this entire video right now, you will come back to where you left off at some point in the future. So promise me that, hit that thumbs up, and let's get into today's video. So I aim to go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, and in these gym sessions I typically lift weights, and then 1 time per week and sometimes twice a week I do actually go for a run. Now the reason why I love doing this is just because it makes me feel good. I love to kind of get the blood pumping and the blood flowing, and then all the other days that I don't go for a run, I go for a walk. So normally what I'll do is I will go for my morning walk, and then later in the day, in the evening, that is when I'll hit up my gym session. In my opinion, mental health is equally as important as physical health. I find journaling so valuable. It seriously, I mean, I cannot even explain how much it has benefited me. I think in the future I'm going to do a whole entire video on this, so make sure that you've hit subscribe, because this is going to be a really in-depth video exactly all about how I journal. But it's so good because it means that you reflect on how your day has gone in order to be even better the next day. So that really helps me. It also means that I can just get clear on how I've done that day, get clear on what's been good about that day, what's been not so good, and it just allows me to just dump all my thoughts and feelings. Something that I think is super important as an entrepreneur that a lot of people forget to do is actually take downtime. Admittedly, I am really bad at this, so if you are as well, leave a comment below, because I think it's something that we all struggle with. When you're working on something that you're super passionate about, you just want to be doing it the whole entire time. So right now, James and I are just off to go and play some tennis. Now, it doesn't have to be doing a physical sport or something. You could literally just go to the cinema, go out for meals. I try and do this a few times a week just to make sure that I'm able to just totally take my mind off my phone, because if you're doing something where you literally can't look at your phone, for example playing tennis, then it actually forces you to stop working, and I think that that is just super important for long-term success in business. Just imagine a giant greenhouse on the hottest summer's day. That is literally what it's like inside this funny bubble thing at David Lloyd. We're gonna definitely move to a court outside. I haven't played tennis for years, but I really enjoy it, so I think it's something that I'm gonna try and start doing a little bit more often. Like I already mentioned, as an entrepreneur, to stay healthy, it is so important to de-stress as much as possible. The risk is getting high blood pressure. If you don't take note of your blood pressure, then in the long term that can obviously be really bad for your overall health and just cause heart conditions, right? So that's why I think measuring your blood pressure every now and then is really important. Ron sent me this. I'm going to be full disclosure here. This is a sponsored video, and so that's why I'm showing you this today. But the reason why I wanted to take part in this is because I don't think people our age necessarily focus as much on their blood pressure as they should. I think typically, you know, it's like old men who then start to think about it, but by then it's too late. So I have an old man behind the camera today who is also going to be taking part in this, but I thought I'd just read my blood pressure and show you how awesome this contraption is, because as I said, I think it's important, you know, I'm 21, I want to focus on this before it's too late, and this can also detect irregular heartbeats and irregular heart rhythm, and you know, as someone who wants to stay at the top of their game, I think that's pretty important. It's got my name on it, so it says that you should be sitting. It's got a step-by-step guide. So it says that my blood pressure is 119/88. So I'm just gonna log into the app now just to, you know, check how this is. So here it basically shows a color chart, so you can easily see whether you're, you know, green, really good, or red, really bad. So I'm actually in the yellow, which is kind of interesting. So I am gonna do further research into this to see how I can get mine into the green. Switch it on to Graham. And then the next way is reading. I find reading so good for my mindset, for my mental health, and I'm always reading business books. I will maybe, again, do another video about all the books that I like, and maybe I'll start reviewing books as I read them. Maybe that could be a nice feature for my YouTube channel. I don't know, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. But that's another thing that I do for my mental health. But I would say I feel like everything here, every piece of physical health relates to mental health, and going for walks, going for runs, going to the gym, eating good food, it doesn't just help your body, it also helps your mind. The number one most important thing I would say when it comes to staying healthy as an entrepreneur or whatever it is that you do is having good food in your house. And look, I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, good food versus bad food. Everyone has a different definition of that. When I say good food, I literally just mean whole foods. Things that are easy for you to make good quality meals from, where you can have a lot of vegetables, fruits, micronutrients, things that make you feel good. That's not just fast food, pre-packaged food from microwaves, because not only is that super expensive and just like a waste of money, but it's not gonna make you feel good, it's gonna make you feel sluggish. And I genuinely am such a true believer, if you eat 80% good, high quality food that is nutritious, then you're gonna feel really good. And then the other 20%, I think it's important just to eat things like chocolate, donuts, pizza, whatever the hell you wanna have, just as a rough guideline to make sure that you're not feeling like you're mentally restricted. And so I basically get all my food from Muscle Food, so I've just got a delivery here, so I thought I'd show you a few of the things that I get. And the reason being is because I feel like if I have to go out to the shops, it's wasting my time, and if I can just get it delivered to me, it saves me time. It means that they also have like super good stuff, you know, things that are healthy, and everyone's definition of healthy is different. And like I mentioned before, I like to stick to the 80-20 thing. I'm going to show you a few of my favorite things that are just great snacks, great lean meats. I think having lean meats in the house, obviously if you're not vegan or whatever, it's such a good thing to do, because it means that you can just create a meal from that, because it means that you can match up with some veggies and some sort of carb or fat source, and then you've got a meal. And so this also is, as I said, it's going to save you money, because it means that you're not going to have to then go out and buy food. This is especially important if you're perhaps working an office job and maybe building your personal brand, or you have an online business as your side hustle, and you're going to be really busy. So meal prepping is super valuable. So here's a few of my favorite things. These are low carb pizzas, and they also have these low carb wraps, and they're really good because they're high fiber, which is going to make you feel good. You can eat a bunch of them because they are low calorie. I've already started munching on one here because they're just, it even tastes good on their own. A great snack is this Serene. Comment below if in school you literally lived off these. I'm so obsessed with these. And by the way, if you're from another country, not the UK, and you don't have Muscle Food, all these foods are still great options, and they're just giving you great ideas. But like I said, getting it delivered to your house is so good, especially if you're a busy person. By the way, I've left a link to Muscle Food down in the description box below. Soups are a great option, especially in the colder months. Obviously, it's getting to summer here, but in England, it's always cold. This is literally roasted squash and chili soup, and this from Muscle Food is unbelievable. But the ingredients are so natural. It's literally just butternut squash, coconut milk, carrots, and vegetable stock, and that's pretty much it. So obviously fueling your body with stuff like this is so good, because it means that you're getting a lot of micronutrients in. It's going to make you feel good, it's going to make you thrive, and like I mentioned before, it's not just good for your body, it's also good for your mind. It's going to make you just feel so much more energetic if you're putting this type of food inside your body, rather than having snacks all day long, or maybe forgetting to eat for tons of period of time and then eating all in one go. Yes, it's not going to make a difference body composition wise, but if you're wanting to actually feel the best you possibly can feel, then I really think it's just a good idea to be having things like this, you know, as a snack mid-afternoon when you get hungry, rather than jumping to the next protein bar. Perhaps opt for something like this instead, and it's probably going to make you feel a bit better. Fresh fruit, that goes without saying. I snack on fruit all the time. Kiwis are my absolute favourite, and I always eat kiwis with the skin because there's a lot of fibre in there. I also always buy frozen fruit from supermarkets, because I do sometimes get Tesco deliveries and stuff as well if I'm running low on my stock from Muscle Food, or if I need some fresh stuff, some frozen veg. Frozen fruit and frozen veg is amazing. It's really actually more micronutrient dense than the fresh stuff, because it actually gets frozen right away, which means that all the minerals and the vitamins and stuff, they get frozen straight away, and it means that when you cook it, it's still the most micronutrient dense it possibly can be. I hope that makes sense. So that's a massive bonus hack for you. Sometimes I buy these ready-made meals from Muscle Food, so they also have their own brand ones. This one is a lemon and herb chicken with sweet potato mash. It looks really good. Haven't tried it before, so I'll let you know when I do as to how good it actually is. They are quite expensive, that's the only issue, but I do like to have a few of these in the freezer just because there's some days when I'm so busy, I've got so much to do and I don't have time to actually cook a meal. This of course would be when meal prepping comes into play, because meal prepping is critical to staying healthy as an entrepreneur. But stuff like that is also really good as well, because it means that I can just shove it in the microwave, eat it straight away, and then just move on with my day, because I like to basically avoid making as many decisions as possible. I feel like it adds to mental fatigue. So if I've got good food in the house, I've got meals prepped, I've got tons of fresh meat. For example, in here I have a load of just meat that I can bash in a pan, cook with some frozen vegetables and a carb sauce, and then it's just done. I don't have to think about it. Whereas if I don't really have much food in the house, I'm like, oh, what do I have to make? I also got some salmon because I think it's really important to make sure. I personally am not a massive fish lover, but I try to eat some fish every now and then to just make sure that I'm getting omega-3s in, because omega-3 is really important for your brain function, for your body, and all that stuff. So I'm trying out some dragon fire glazed salmon. I've got some more soup. Seriously, there is so much stuff in here. I also always get the fillet steak from Muscle Food because I just love fillet steak, and Muscle Foods is so good. It literally tastes as good as it does in a really high-end restaurant. Oranges, just because more micros. As you can see probably from everything that I'm buying, micronutrient dense food is what it's all about. Fueling your body, focusing on just nourishing it, because if you don't eat as an entrepreneur, and if you like are literally skipping meals all the time and you're not focusing on eating good food and you're always just going for microwave meals, or you're getting delivery the whole time, or you're going out for meals the whole time, then it's fine body composition wise, yes, but like I mentioned before, we want to focus on actually fueling our brain, fueling our body as optimally as possible, so that in the long term we can just perform the best that we possibly can. And I know this is a bit of a different stance to when I used to only post fitness type content, but to me back then it was still equally as important. I just didn't talk about it because staying healthy as an entrepreneur, I think entrepreneurs neglect their health so much. And when you're in the fitness industry, then the whole thing that you're doing, you're always talking about health, health, health. But like, entrepreneurs don't pay attention to their health. And it is easy because when you're working on something you're so passionate about and you've got a new business project that's going on, or you're really busy in your business, then it can be hard and you forget to eat. So that's why having all this stuff in the house is so critical. Having good snacks like the serene I showed you, loads of fruit, all of these. Seriously, if you haven't tried these butternut squash soups, you've got to do that. Get some good meat in and you're going to be sorted. So now let's move on to my next way of staying healthy as an entrepreneur. Woo, so I just got back from a lower body gym session. Took me around an hour. And now something that I try to do every couple of weeks in order to just stay healthy, stay relaxed, and to allow my body to just de-stress is have a sports massage. So I'm here with Jay from Recovery Massage Therapy. He is the CEO of the company and we go way back. I've been getting massages with these guys for a long time now, and so Jay and I basically talk business while he gives me a sports massage, so it's awesome. But Jay is of course the CEO, so he's going to be outsourcing this soon, so he's not going to be massaging me for much longer, which is really sad. So I'm going to show a little bit of a time lapse and then I'm going to just talk to you about why I get these massages, and then Jay is going to give his insight as to how he stays healthy as an entrepreneur as well. How do you de-stress?
For me personally, I like to meditate. I do meditate a lot.
How often?
Probably 3 times a week. Like when I'm really feeling stressed.
That's really interesting to me because I don't meditate. I find it really hard to meditate personally.
Yeah.
I think it's something that you have to practice a lot.
But there's a lot of different things you can do. For example, if you download the Calm app,
yes,
they have guided meditation. They have like soothing music that you just listen to and just sit there.
Okay.
And then at the same time, massage, of course, because one thing people forget is when you're stressed out, you release a hormone in your body called cortisol. And essentially what that does is it makes your body focus on whatever problem you're trying to solve.
Yeah.
And the way it does that is by shutting down some of the other functions of your body. So if you're constantly in a stress state, you're actually putting yourself at risk. And what massage therapy does, it basically reduces those hormones by up to 50%.
Wow, really?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. That's the benefit of massage.
That's really interesting as well, because obviously when you have high cortisol, then it can prevent you from losing fat and all that as well. And I find also when I'm stressed, like I'm really just my shoulders go up.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of tension around my neck.
Yeah.
After speaking to Jay, I realized that when I'm having a sports massage, I'm in a meditative state. It really helps me switch off because I'm not checking my phone, nothing else is coming in other than the conversation with Jay, so I can really be present, I can really focus on what we're talking about, and I can just truly chill out. So I could not recommend getting sports massages more, just to help you to stay healthy for your body, for your mind, and it's just overall really, really good for you.
And now I'm on holiday in Lanzarote, so like I mentioned in this video, I feel like it's really important just to try take time off now. As I said, I'm really bad at doing that, but I find that I kind of like to work really full on and then go on holiday. I work really full on and then go on holiday. So it's finding that kind of balance that works for you. Obviously for me, rather than having balance in kind of my day-to-day life, I like to have balance in my overall year, so I like to go full on for a period of time, then totally chill out. Well, I say that while I'm here, I'm obviously still going to be doing kind of all the content type stuff, but I'm not going to focus on so much the business type stuff for my business, just the content stuff. So like, I'm still going to be vlogging. So thumbs up if you're excited for that YouTube video, because that's going to be fun. I'm going to be getting Instagram photos. Isn't that right, James? You're going to be taking Instagram photos for me, yeah?
As always.
Hashtag Instagram boyfriend. So that's that. I think it's just about finding what works for you, finding how you are going to be able to stay healthy in your day-to-day life. So that's that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's been insightful for you. I've enjoyed making it. I've been making it over the course of a few weeks now, and it's a different style of video, so I don't know what you think. I don't know whether you prefer vlogs. And by the way, no, this isn't a hickey from James. It's from front squatting. Does anyone else get... I literally look like I've been strangled, or like, I don't even know. It's bad, but my tan is looking good. It's so real from all this sunlight on here. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video.